Alright, here I want to create a simple knockout effect, that is see-through effect on a background. So let me create a new document for it. So I want it to be 7 by 7 inch, as you can see here. So the unit is inch, the width is 7, and the height is 7. Then the resolution is, let me set it to 300, and color mode is RGB. Then the background is a material. I'll just use this white. Then press OK to create a new document. That is, so you can see that I've created a new document. This is my canvas. Now let me import the uh, files that I'm going to be working with, the backgrounds. So I will go to File, then select Place Embedded. Then I will select this one and click on Place to place it inside. I think it's okay. So let me commit it. Then I will go again, Place Embedded, select this one. I want to place the two of them. So you can see the second one. Let me move it up here. It's okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the layer for this second one. This is a light flare. Click on this eye icon here. Click on it and it will turn it off. Turn off the eye icon and it's still here, but you can't see it. I just make it invisible. So that is it. Now for the background, I'm going to select it, the layer that contains the background here, and go to Edit, then select Fleet Transform, and here I'll use this node to stretch it. Just make it fill the canvas like this. So it will fill the canvas. Then I'll click here to commit it also. So after doing that, I'm going to create a rectangle shape. So go to the toolbar here and select rectangle 2 and just create a random rectangle like this. I think it's okay. Now after that, you will see from the property, you can see the appearance from the property. If you can't see this property bar or Docker, what you are going to do, just go to Windows and then tick properties, and you can see my own is ticked already, and it will appear here. So that's it. Now from this property Docker, you will see the corner radius. So I will set this corner radius to let's say 150. So you can see I typed 150 here, then press enter, and it will curve this area. Are you seeing it? Curve the edge, the pointed edge. So that's what I achieved. So after doing that, I will remove the stroke. I don't need it, so let me remove it, and then come to the fill, click on it and select the gradient. This is the gradient. Click on it and it will open the gradient. Now click on the gradient to open the gradient editor like this, and I want to select, create some random color here, golden color. So I'm going to click on the note color here, and the color will appear here. So click on this and then select any color, but I want to select this color. So let me move this here and select this area, darker area. I think it's okay. I'll create multiple note color here, so I can click here, create another one, click here, create another one, click here, so you can see I created up to 4 here. So I will click on this one, click on the color, and let me make it lighter like this. Then let me do this, click on this one, okay, sorry, click on this node, come to the color here, open the color picker, and then move it here to yellow part, then select this area. So you can see what I just did here. So I think it's okay. So now after that, I'll just press OK, and you can see what I created. So then after doing this, I want to create a test test here. So the test is what I'm going to use for the knockout effect, which is see-through effect. So I'm going to create a layer where the test will be on. Then select the horizontal type to and type any test. So I'm going to click here and type any test. Let me type Moses. So you can see. So the size of my test here is 120. You can see it up here. I seen it. So if I want to increase the size, just highlight it and come here, type the size you want. If it is 130, I can type it 130 and press enter, and it will increase. Are you seeing it? I can also select from the drop down here. I can also increase by just click. Do you see this icon, the small and big T? Just click and hold, drag to the left to reduce the size and drag to the right to increase the size. That is also a shorter way of doing this. So after doing this, I'll just select the move to and then move this test here. So you can see that the Moses test is on top of the rectangle test because the rectangle test is beneath the Moses test on the layer. Are you seeing? This is the Moses test and this is the rectangle shape. I mean to say rectangle shape. So now select the test layer here and then come to this area on the thumbnail, right click on it and then select this one, select pixel, click on it and it will select the pixel. You can see it is highlighted now. So after doing this, this is what I need. That pixel is what I need to create the knockout effect. I can turn off this test layer. I don't need it again. If I want, I can delete it, but let me just turn it off. Click on the eye icon to turn it off, so it's only the selection that remains. Are you seeing it? Now since I want to apply this knockout effect on this rectangle shape, I have to select it here on the layer panel. So select the layer that contains that rectangle. This is the layer. Then add a layer mask to it, and this will happen. The reason it's happening is because if you look at the layer mask, the background is black and the text is white on the layer mask. So that's why anywhere that is white will be visible, anywhere that is black will be hidden. So that's why that's happening. I want to reverse it. To reverse it, I'll make the background white and the text black here. So to do that easily or quickly, there's so many ways of doing, but to do it quickly, you can go to make sure that the layer mask is selected, then go to image adjustment, then invert, and it will invert it so you can see the see-through knockout effect. So that is it. Now I want to add some touch-ups or effect on this knockout effect. So I'm going to right click on this layer, rectangle layer, and select blend options. So it will bring up the blend layer style. Now I will click on the bevel and emboss. Just click on it and tick it. Click on it and it will open the settings. Now this is the setting. This is where I set it. You can see that the style is inner bevel here. You can set your own like that. Technique is smooth. Depth is let me decrease it a little. Depth is 178. Then direction is up. Size is 34. Then soften is 1, as you can see here. Then I unticked the global light here. You can see use global light. I unticked it, and then the angle here is 90 degrees while the altitude is 30. Before I come to this gross contour, I want to do something here. Now highlight mode, you can see that is set to screen. Click here and set it to screen if your own is not set to screen. Then click on the color, make it white as it was here. Then opacity, I made it 50. If I increase it, you can see how it appears on my work. I don't want, that's why I have to decrease the opacity. I think this is okay. 57 is okay, or you can decrease it further. Then the shadow mode, the shadow, I can make it black like this. Let me just select the black and then press OK. And then the shadow mode, blend mode, I will set it to multiply. If your own is not in multiply, set it. Then opacity, let me reduce the opacity like this. Think is okay. So 25 is what I'm using. Now after that, I will come to gross contour. I want to use it to apply some gross effect here. So I'll click on gross contour, and you can see it's a linear straight line. So I'll just click here and add a node, drag it down. You can see what is different. If I drag it this way, you can see how it appears. So let me drag it down a little, click here and add another node, drag it up like this, add another node. You can see what I'm doing. This will just create some kind of effect here. Move this up and see how it appears. So you can see what I'm doing. You can see the gross contour I apply. So after that, I'll just press OK. So you can see what I did here. Are you seeing it? So after that, I'll just press OK. So it's okay. Now I will enable the light. Just click on it to enable it, and drag it here. So I can drag it here. Click on, you can see that the light layer is selected. Then click on this blend mode and set it to I think this one is okay, color dodge. Then let me decrease the fill a little of that layer so that it won't be too much. I think it's okay. Now I'm going to duplicate this light layer. To duplicate it, you can right click and select duplicate layer, or press Ctrl J on your keyboard. So I'll click on duplicate layer and press OK. It have duplicated. Then move the duplicate down here. Let me move it down here. I think it's okay here. Then let me set the let me select another. Okay, I think let me still maintain the color dodge blend mode here. Then decrease the fill, as you can see here. Decrease it. I think it's okay. This one is okay. Let me increase the little. Okay, so after this, you can export this work, all of them, by going to File, Export, Export as PNG, and type any name you want and export. Click on Save, and it will be exported. Thank you.